What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
So as gamers, we are always hitting up developers and publishers, asking them to bring back certain games, re-release certain games, or make sequels to certain games. And sometimes the publisher listens to us, but most of the time they honestly don't. And they do their own thing and they do whatever they want to do. I mean, there's been games that gamers have requested over and over and over for generations, and these publishers don't listen for years, and then they finally cave in, and then that's how we finally gotten things like Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 4 remake and Final Fantasy 7 remake. And also part of that is because, you know, the game industry and the movie industry is kind of creatively bankrupt, so that also had a huge part to deal with that, But yeah, these games are heavily requested, and we finally got them years and years and years later. But I'm wondering, after looking at this, is this one of the reasons why publishers are reluctant a lot of times to listen to fan requests? So Marvel vs. Capcom's Twitter account, so pretty much Capcom's Twitter account, announced that Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection has reached over 1 million units worldwide. Now, this game came out a year ago, and it's on Steam. It's on Nintendo Switch, it's on Xbox One, and it's on PlayStation 4. So between all the install base of Steam users, PlayStation 4 owners, PlayStation 5 owners, Xbox One owners, Xbox Series X owners, even though in regards to PlayStation and Xbox that there is an overlap there, and Nintendo Switch owners, this game has barely sold 1 million units. And to top that off, since this game has been available on physical, which it launched initially as digital only, which I believe was a mistake, especially for how long it was digital only. Launched digital only, then it came to physical. But not even like a month or so, or probably about a month or so after going to physical, it received steep discounts. And this game has been available from $25 to $30 for the majority of the time it's been out on physical. So this game has been 40 to 50% off almost the entire time it's been on physical. That huge install base. And it's just now selling 1 million units. Now, mind you, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is an old game, but this is also one of the most popular fighting games of all time. Now, I realize that fighting games don't quite sell as well as they did in the past, like not even close. The only fighting games really that sell a ton these days are Mortal Kombat and Smash Brothers. But Smash Brothers is not even a traditional fighting game. So the only traditional fighting game that actually sells a ton still is Mortal Kombat. And this one trips me out because there was a whole... people have been campaigning for this game to return to modern platforms for 2 generations. Or a generation and a half at least. It was on PS3. And all of that. There was articles about it. Yours truly told you that it was going to come back to consoles once it was done with their run on Arcade 1-Up. But I don't know. It just seems to me that a game as requested as that, because outside of games like Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, Final Fantasy 7 remake, and like Ocarina of Time remake, and maybe like a Metal Gear Solid 4 remaster and stuff like that. Only behind those games would this game be. Like, this is one of the most requested games to come back to be released on current gen consoles ever. And it's still on, after being on all of these available to play on every platform, and they still only sold 1 million units with the game being half off for over half of that time. I don't know. That's just crazy to me, and it just actually kind of got me thinking. It's probably why a lot of these publishers are reluctant to release games and come out with games based on petitions and based on online chatter, because a lot of times, that online chatter does not translate into game sales. And it actually had me thinking, I was like, man, I wonder if there's been games that I said, oh, if this comes to this, I'd definitely buy it, and didn't buy it. And I was thinking, and there has been games like that. It was like, oh man, if they were to put this old game on there, I'd definitely buy it. And then it comes out, and then maybe it's a higher price than I thought it was going to be. Like, oh, I'll wait for it to go on sale. And then it goes on sale, and I still don't buy it. And I'm wondering just how many times that has happened. Because, it's not like this game was this super high price that was getting people to not buy it. Like, people were literally buying $600 arcade one-ups just to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Who knows how many of those items, how many of those cabinets actually sold. But that's still crazy to me that a game this popular with this kind of cult following and this amount of news that got around about this, not only being confirmed to come to the consoles, but even when there was just the kind of like the online petition for it to come back. Like, this was a whole hashtag movement. And after all that, they still only have 1 million units. Like, that is bugging me out. Like, that's crazy. It's like if a new Marvel vs. Capcom comes out, a new entry, it damn near won't be because of these sales. It'll just be because Capcom wanted to do it. Because, 1 million sales after being half off and available to play on consoles that have install bases past the 100 million mark, multiple. That's sad. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. What do you guys think about that? I think that's actually a pathetic amount of sales for how requested this game was and also how cheap it's been. But let me know what you guys think in the comments.